situation. What happens when you put a bunch of farm animals and some talented Indian animators in the same room? You get a hit American TV series called Back at the Barnyard. A spin-off of the film Barnyard, this show has four-legged animals as heroes, except they behave like humans when no one is watching. Trying to keep pace with Otis, Pip, Abby, Freddy and Peck are the animators in Paprikas in India's IT capital, Bangalore.
Back at the Barnyard is a series which is related to the movie Barnyard that was released in US through Nickelodeon. And we are doing this series for Nickelodeon. And our deliverable would be 4 11-minute episodes per month, as against to a movie would be of 90 minutes. But we are delivering almost 44 minutes per month. So that is the challenge we have in terms of schedule.
The production for a weekly TV show is a lot harder sometimes compared to animation for a feature film. In an effort to stick to weekly deadlines, the lighting team starts work on 2D images. These are reference images that the director sitting in the US can see and comment on. For instance, in this image that depicts a cityscape at night, the director wanted smoke coming out of the chimney and lights switched off near the railway tracks.
So we take the director notes and inputs and then we rework on the paintings, and then once when we are done with it, we again we send it for director approval, and once when he finishes, once when he locks the shots, then it's good enough to get into production. And like you see here, the image serves as a basis for the basic reference for the lighting artist to start his lighting work, 3D lighting work. The reason why we do this 2D previews is it's much less, it takes much lesser time for us to do it in 2D, say 3 to 4 hours, compared to if you want to do the same thing in 3D, it might take us 1 or 2 days. So this saves a lot of time.
One of the toughest bits to do on Back at the Barnyard was the facial expressions of the animals. How do you, for instance, animate a jealous cow or a mouse with superpowers? Enter the acting room, a den filled with mirrors where animators act out different expressions and record it on digital camera. They later use this footage as inspiration while animating the characters using 3D softwares like Maya. With such intense homework, no wonder kids love watching colorful personalities like Freddy, a neurotic ferret with a multiple personality disorder.
Don't worry, I have that problem completely under control. He's just as casual.
Facial expressions is just one half of getting the character's personality out. Add dialogues and only then do you have a complete shot.
Wow! What an incredible stroke of contrivance!
The key to lip sync is to animate sounds and not individual letters. Animators look at the script given by the client, listen to a reference audio, practice the sound of the dialogue, and then set about working on the movements of the mouth and eyebrow of the characters.
In lip sync, say for example, we have a word called what. So we will not use letter V because Americans, or what you call American accent, that they would prefer the shape O. They will start with the word O for whatever words you have with W. Say what. They will not say what. One more example if I'll give you is a word really. They will not say really, but they would say really.
A production like Back at the Barnyard has more than 200 artists at Paprikas across departments working on as many as 8 different episodes at any given time. Each episode is 11 minutes long, and with each season new characters are introduced.
TV series are short time durations, so we would try to finish the product and deliver it to the clients as soon as possible so that they can be broadcasted.
As with all the departments, we have our limitations because of budget, time constraint and everything. Here the most differences are in texturing and shading. That's what we are looking at. So this is a typical example of what would go into a series on this side, and this would be your typical full-scale production here. So what we see here is not only we have different channels here, which is dedicated for the shaders to give it more realistic kind of a look, That has been limited to 3 here, you see. So we are looking at the diffuse, bump and specular. Here there's a whole lot of other properties which goes into the shader, which makes the skin behave much more naturally. That is one part of it, and then also the texture size itself. It's how big image you use for projection. That also reduces sometimes. Apart from that, the style itself is a bit different. So.
The animators at Paprikas have injected a healthy dose of visual effects and an intense sense of humor into this US-based TV series. Now Back at the Barnyard is already into its 2nd season on Nickelodeon, and the team is hoping to further build on what they have created. They seem to have all the backing from Otis and his animal friends.